The article that I'm presenting was published in Continuum, Journal of Media and Cultural Studies, and it is titled Here Comes the Brand, Wedding Media and the Management of Transformation. It was written by Alison Winch, a professor at Middlesex University in the UK, and Anna Webster, a freelance journalist also in the UK. In the article, both Winch and Webster examine the role of branding in wedding media. Winch and Webster suggest that the rise in branding culture is linked to the growth in wedding media. The subject of branding has really exploded over the last couple of years where people are considering themselves as their own brand. The article suggests that wedding media exploits that. They also discuss how wedding media branding adopts the traditional romantic narratives, such as achieving the perfect bridal look and finding and marrying Mr. Right, but is counterbalanced by associating the spectacle of the wedding consumption with the power to achieve self-transformation. And finally, the basic thought of this article suggests that wedding media heavily borrows from brand management discourse, and it is used to persuade consumers, specifically women as they are the bride, to not only feel like they can strategically theme, design, and manage their entire weddings, but that they can plan the perfect wedding by making the correct brand choices. They do this by examining celebrity magazines, self-help books, websites, and the reality TV show For Weddings. The article first discusses brands, choice, and distinction. Webster and Winch really credit the advancement in design and communication technology with creating this new level of interaction between the producer and the consumer relationship. The authors also suggest that the rise in wedding media can be linked to a new traditionalism where before the image of the perfect bride was the wedding and the gown, and now addressing the bride in terms of self-empowerment, and that perfection lies in her ability to choose from the best branded goods. Now look at this website. This is featured in the article, Confetti. It's UK's best website for weddings, and it is a good example of a wedding media brand. Confetti promotes and highlights its brand as a wedding planner guide for brides to be. And keep track. They'll do the math, they'll chat with others, enter a competition. Let's go up. And as you can see, there are a lot of customer options, and within each category there are more options, but let's go to where I really want to see. So a bride can come to this site and can plan her exceptional wedding. It's gonna pick on a random dress. Of course, there are just, again, a lot of options. The article discusses how wedding media promotes branding itself. Winch and Webster find that the transformative themes in managing yourself as a brand are persuasive and exploitive, especially in self-help books. And here's one self-help book that is featured in the article, Find a Husband After 35, a simple 15-step action plan that advises potential brides' products, gives a strategic plan to help market and package themselves. The idea is that the bride is both the product and the product manager. And the article lists ways that wedding media persuades brides to achieve the perfect transformation for their wedding. Body work and weight loss are promoted as offering the potential for self-transformation. Personal trainers advertise themselves specifically to brides. Detailed celebrity weight loss highlight the celebrity bodies as images of inspiration. The article then goes on to talk about co-producing the brand. There are interactive communities around a brand, like chat rooms and message boards and social networking sites. These type of brands are able to extend the degree to which the consumer is tied to the brand through shared experiences. And here's an example of a wedding site, a wedding announcement site called wedsite.com. This one is frequently shared on other social media networking sites. This is just a sample from the website, and as you can see, people post pictures and and you can find out info on the bride and groom. I love reading their stories. The bride's picture, a little bit about her. Same for the groom, his pictures, a little bit about him. And you can see how they met. You see his version, her version. And what I really love reading are the proposals. You can see Valentine's Day. The authors state that websites like the ones we just viewed, books, TV, all target the bride and not the groom. They note that this is significant in terms of the gaze. The wedding day becomes a profile of the successful strategic planning for the approval of women. The article goes on to discuss celebrity brides. Wedding stories featured in popular magazines create strategic narratives of celebrity brands. The weddings are representation of excess. The celebrity brides are displayed through the spectacle of her wealth and her power to consume, which is reinforced through the display of the designer brands. The exclusivity of the brands are frequently described as custom-made and associated with celebrities. Winch and Webster make reference to brands like Tiffany's that have emotive power. And I'm speaking on the commercial because I just want to show how brand narratives are used. The branding is really focused more on giving the brand life. And as you can see here, there is an emotional narrative that's being constructed to express some aspect of the brand's personality, the brand's uniqueness, or the brand's identity. And Tiffany's is a very popular celebrity brand. Next, the authors discuss aspiring to celebrity transformations. They note that brand integration is necessary. Wedding media promotes celebrity culture. Wedding media encourages brides to imitate the self-branding promotional spectacle of celebrities. Wedding media magazine website affiliates feature celebrity weddings as a source of inspiration, and photos can be uploaded on the sites to give a mini celebrity moment. Lastly, the article discusses the reality show for weddings. It's an example of the reality lifestyle show that centers on competition to achieve the best branded image. The viewers and contestants are briefed on the budget, themes, personalities, and anxieties of the bride and are expected to watch the event with a critical and comparative eye. Here's a clip.
Is lights, camera, action! A wedding can feel like a blockbuster premiere night. I was born to have all eyes on me. But while some brides go for glamour,
it was amazing.
Others are more down to earth.
Oh my god, that's real dirt.
Is it real? Oh my god, it's real dirt.
We were like, what? So what happens when 4 brides attend each other's weddings to decide which one is best?
I don't know why that just happened.
Will they party till the break of dawn?
She was getting down.
Or will it be a sobering experience?
Don't have any almond at all.
I didn't want to hear that.
At stake is a luxurious honeymoon to a breathtaking destination.
It's really about to happen.
So which one of these ladies will see her husband emerge from the prize winner's limo?
Find out after 4 weddings.
Winch and Webster really sum up the article by saying that marriage has always been a spectacle with the bride at the center, but this new traditionalism of the wedding media has added a new layer to the spectacle and is being shaped by a consumer-led culture's increasing desire to consider themselves as brands and display their uniqueness in the public domain. So then the wedding becomes a representation of empowerment and a transformative opportunity for women to become their perfect self-brand through achieving their goal of branding and managing a unique wedding. There is room to include how wedding media influences brides from different cultures who have very traditional cultural weddings, how wedding media markets to the less wealthy. There's room to interview women in this article who frequently engage in wedding media. And Winch and Webster address gays for approval and reality show competitions, but I think further research can be done to examine how wedding media promotes competition among family members. And this concludes my presentation.